Hello there, people! What is going on? I'm Jay, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon VoltWhite version. Last time, we made it to Route... I want to say this is Route 7. And today, we're going to go inside Celestial Tower. But, I didn't even mean to go in there, but... yeah. I don't really want to go over any of the Pokemon here. I don't really have much of an interest in them, considering they'd be Ghost or Dark, and I already have those ones. But I'm just gonna look at them and cut this kind of part where I look at them out. Yay. There's nothing here I really want, but there are kind of a few things I want to talk about. Really, yeah, I'm just gonna start off here. I'm planning on LP4, Let's Play 4. Everyone plans on their next Let's Play at some point. I'm probably halfway through VoltWhite, that's for sure. That's what I figured out. The problem is, LP4 at this point kind of requires a capture card, and I'll be perfectly honest. It's a GameCube game, and the problem is, capture cards, i.e., like an HD PVR, are really hard to come by that work with Macs, because I don't know, I don't understand why it happens, and all the ones that are available for Mac are really, either really shitty, or really good and cost a shit ton of money. And you could be saying, go with, like, the Hapaj HP PVR or whatever the shit. And while I could actually go with that, I'm not... the thing is, it costs $200 base. But because I'm on a Mac, and I will not switch to Windows at any point, because I'm on a Mac, it costs $30 more for the third-party program that allows it to work. And that's $230. I don't have that money. Well, I do have the money, I just don't feel like wasting all of it. And there are other things I want to buy, like a PS2 and a few games for that system. And really, I don't want to waste a lot of money on a capture card that's $230 or something like that. I don't know how much that would be plus tax. I don't even want to think about that right now. And then use it on a PS2 and a few games. It's not. I don't want it. I don't want to waste it. There was one capture card out there. It was the Dazzle. The Dazzle was once available for Mac, and it was called Video Capture for Mac. It wasn't called Mac Dazzle, despite how much I call it that on Twitter. No, doesn't matter how much I call it that. But it seems to be completely wiped out of existence. I went to, did I say Hapaj earlier? Pinnacle, the Pinnacle Dazzle. I went to Pinnacle's website, looked for the Mac Dazzle or the Video Capture for Mac, but I'm gonna go with the Mac Dazzle because I can. On the product, and it's not there, but when I Google it, it comes up for Mac Video Capture for Mac in support. I'll be like, what? Why? Why would you have a support page for it, but no product page for it? Which leads me to believe that it's completely wiped out of the frame of existence. I know that's a bit of an overstatement or whatever, but I don't care. It seems to me like it's been wiped out of existence. And it's annoying because the two capture cards that are, like, really good, the Hapaj HD PVR, doesn't matter if it's gaming edition or not, it doesn't work that much differently. And then there's, I want to say, it's called the Black Magic Intensity Pro, I think it is. That costs, like, $240, and that's the problem. it costs 240 in a different version of the Intensity. Did I say Intensity Pro or something? I mean like the Intensity Shuffle. Shuttle, not Shuffle. I keep thinking Shuffle, even though it's Shuttle. I don't know why. The Shuttle costs. Well, there's two different designs of the shuttles. One with USB 3.0 and one with Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, if you don't know, is a kind of special port that Mac computers have. And while it may seem like an equal trade, the 3.0 working at Windows and Thunderbolt working for Mac, the Thunderbolt version costs $50 more. The thing for 3.0, the shuffle that goes with 3.0 compatibility or whatever the shit costs $190, just under what HTTP VR would cost. But then the fact that it's under Thunderbolt, and my computer does not have a 3.0 USB, I don't think any Mac computers do, I have to resort to Thunderbolt, which costs $50 more for which reason. Kind of annoying. But at the same time, it may be worth it somehow in the end. I don't know. I'm not planning on getting it soon. The thing is, it's a lot of money to be spending for me. I'm just some 14-year-old guy sitting here playing games, talking to himself for like 4 people listening. Live in the middle of nowhere. I don't have no fancy job. I don't have really anything. I'm just playing video games and talking over them for fun, and I do enjoy it. But at a point, does paying like $200 and some odd is it really worth it for someone like me? Again, bring up the whole issue. I have had 17 subs for the past 4 months, around when I started VoltWhite. I've had 17 subs since that long, and as I said it earlier, I'm not doing myself that well on, like, Twitter. I've said to several people who help other, like, small LPers get their stuff out there, and I've completely ranted about how, well, on Twitter and on videos, maybe I ranted in videos, I don't know, how it's really annoying how people ask for views and retweets and all that shit. And all that stuff, I don't know how to fully explain it without saying it once again, but I'm starting to think that it's not that bad of an idea. I know that view and subs don't matter that much in the long run, and all. Well, I wouldn't say in the long run. It doesn't matter how, like, from a standpoint of, oh, you have so-and-so subs, that means you're better than so-and-so who has less subs and less views. It just means that video is, like, has a bigger viewer base, which to me means more people have seen it in the first place. Most of if you go to my channel, I have like 2,500 views or something like that. I'm betting about 2,000 of those views came from the Minecraft videos I did way back when, which, if you look for them now, do not exist. I've deleted them. I don't like those videos, and I don't think I will at any point in time. I don't like Minecraft. This is a completely different rant on its own, but whatever. And I'm gonna go back to that. But with the whole capture card issue, it's cost a lot of money, and I'm starting to think, is it even worth it if I have 4 or 5 people watching it, and then that one asshole who keeps refreshing the video to get it to like 12 views. And I'm gonna, and I know who you, I don't know who you are, but fuck you, whoever's doing it. It's just me being, I don't know, superstitious, paranoid, or whatever. Then fine. But I honestly believe someone is doing that. Whatever. And really, unless I have like get a larger viewer base. I don't want to say sub base because that just I don't know. Subs and views are a lot different. How I've seen subs work, to some people, like, if they make one really good video, someone will sub to someone and will get a sub for it as, like, a reward. But at the same time, that person that subbed probably won't watch any of the videos, which completely defeats the purpose of subbing to someone, so you can get a stream of the videos they post, regardless of how stupid YouTube has been being over the last year. But it's, again, is it really worth it for me to waste all of that money on a capture card for 4 or 5 people? And if it's not worth it, which it probably won't, I'm going to have to, again, use emulators like I have been doing for LPs 1, 2, and 3. I don't like using emulators. They don't run as smoothly as the actual thing would. Some things you have to emulate, like VoltWhite, because it's a DS game. And a ROM hack at that. A DS ROM hack. And a game I want to do for LP number 4 is sitting just out of arm's reach to my left. I don't want to have to download a ROM to do an LP on it. It just... no! It does not work that way. Why? Why would I have to do that? It does not make sense. I have the game once, why do I have to wait, like, God knows how long to download it a second time, and then at that don't even work properly? Maybe has some glitches. I don't know. I'm not a ROM expert. And I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe I should go and ask for retweets on Twitter. Be a complete hypocrite to what I've said previous. I don't see why the fuck not. It's not like my viewer base has risen in any way. It's been around the same 4 or 5 views, and then that one asshole who keeps watching the video, bro, refreshes it, makes it look like someone keeps watching the video, and then etc, etc. But I don't like that. If that is true, and the guy person who's watching it is watching this, stop! Please! I beg of you! I don't like it. No, just stop. If I'm just being paranoid and someone's not doing it, then I'm sorry. I'm being a paranoid idiot. But if I am being correct, then screw you. Again, I'm starting to think I should actually start asking for retweets to get my videos out there more, so I can actually increase that viewer base, so I could somehow think it's worth it to get a very good capture card. It's annoying to me. It's annoying how everything seems to cost more when you're on a Mac. That's what it's annoying for me. I don't know what's annoying for you guys, me ranting about shit you don't care about, or how I'm something, how I talk or whatever. You're annoyed at that. I'm annoyed at how everything is more expensive on a Mac. HTTP VR by Hauppauge. It's, what is it? $200 space? But then for Mac, you have to pay an extra $30 for the third-party app that actually allows it to be compatible. It doesn't make it. I can't put into words how I feel about it. I don't like it. I don't find it how it makes any sense. Why do we have to pay more? I know the guys who built the made the application have to make some sort of money, but at the same time, why must Mac users pay more? And I know I could be completely biased to things that Linux computers have to go with. I've said that all this. I said something like that similar in the finale of Mario 64. But seriously, why? We already paid a shit ton of money for the Mac computers in the first place. Why do we have to? Why do we have to pay more? I don't get it. I do not comprehend why we must pay more. Maybe you could argue that Thunderbolt costs more money to develop under for the shuttle, but I don't see that much as a difference to me. I'm not the best experienced with like knowing what certain things are for certain computers and whatnot, but I don't know why they had to develop the USB with 3.0. Maybe it's faster, maybe it's better than the original USB ports and yada yada yada. But I am annoyed. How do I put it? Okay. I'm not even gonna go on about how everything costs more on a Mac anymore. I just want to go back to how the whole capture card thing. I don't know if I want to buy it or not. If the video capture for Mac was still on market and still available for public buying and not over eBay or whatever, I would definitely get it. It'd be probably $50 to $100. I'd be more than willing to spend on that. Although it's a little more than the original Dazzle, but whatever. But it's too much money for me. I only have $300, just a little under $400 on everything. It's not something I enjoy, paying more money for something. I don't get it. Why does everything have to cost more for Mac? I'm going back to this. I don't know why I'm going back to this again, but apparently I am. Which I'm not. I'm not going back to that. At the same time, what am I going to do for Let's Play 4? I don't know if I have to, I'm going to get a capture card in that time, or I don't know, maybe I'm going to be resorting to emulators for a little bit longer. But I don't want to have to download the entire file, and I do have a backup LP in mind that I could do for, well, in the place of the original one I was planning to do, because I don't have the ROM for that, and I do have the ROM for the other one. But I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'm going to go use that backup plan. Maybe I'm going to get a capture card and go how I normally was planning. It's a big mystery to me. And yeah. Yeah. No, I don't get it. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I never do know what I'm saying. Half the time, I'm just spewing out shit and not thinking about it, if you aren't able to tell. I would say something, then completely lose my train of thought. Half of that's because, one, I have a very bad attention span on some things. The other thing is, I'm... God for me. The other thing is, I'm... what am I trying to say? The other thing is, I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I just have like one thought and then my mouth rolls with it against most of my will. Not like against my will, like it goes on and I can't stop it, but like I just don't remember what I'm talking about. It's annoying in that sense. And I want to go back to one of those things. I have a list of things I want to talk about. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do with a capture card. Maybe I'm not gonna get a capture card and just stick to emulators for a while, or maybe... I don't know. It's really hard for me to tell at this point. So yeah. I don't know if I should actually spend the money, all that, and I don't know if I should spend all that money and get either the Black Magic Intensity Shuttle or the Hapage HD PVR, whatever. There's a PVR, I don't know if it's HD, somewhere in my house. It's used for on the TV to record shows and all that, but I don't know if... I don't know if we have like a second one, when we had previous. If so, I would totally try to get that to work on my work and use it like that. If I were to somehow get that. Same time, I've been ranting about this all for nothing, and odds are it probably doesn't work with Mac. It's annoying. For like Windows people, it'd be like, if it plugs into the USB port, yay, it probably works. There's a pretty fucking good chance it works on Windows, and you don't even really need to worry about it. So you'd be like, oh, there's a USB port on it. Plug. Oh, there it is. Convenience for like Windows, but for Mac, there's a lot of things that don't want to be compatible for some odd reason. And I don't know what that reason is. It's annoying to me. How being on a Mac puts me at a complete disadvantage. There are not very emulators for Mac, some of which don't work that well than others. Case in point, this movie and No Money to GBA on the DS emulators. Screen recording programs, everything is different, and most of the time harder to do on a Mac. Only thing company that I know that was Mac first and then to Windows, and I'm not sure if this is 100% correct, and I could be pretty freaking wrong on it, was Adobe. They had their stuff on Mac first, and then they ported it to Windows because I was asking for it. And then nowadays, people just pirate all of Adobe's products, like torrent them. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know nowadays. I don't know anything. The world is full of a lot of shit you don't know about. And while you may say that's, blatantly obvious, yeah, it is blatantly obvious. There's a lot of shit you will not know about in the world. And I don't know. There's a lot of shit you would never know about in the world, a lot of shit I don't know about. It's annoying. Maybe there's some capture card out there that works pretty easily, doesn't cost that money. Maybe there's another capture card somewhere in my house. that I could use. Maybe... There's a lot of maybes. The world is full of maybes, ifs, and... maybes and ifs. It's not easy to tell what you're gonna... what... The unknown is a very... it's... I don't want to sound like really cheesy or whatever, but the unknown is... You don't know what happens. That you may think, duh, that's what unknown is, but like... I don't like going into things not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. And... That statement kind of contradicts myself when I say that I enjoy doing VoltWhite. VoltWhite is half a blind LP. But, at the same time, I'm willing to full-on admit I pirated the original white version and played it up to the last gym. Up to the last gym, and I've just been adapting from my previous experience there to the ROM hack that is VoltWhite. And I also watched an LP of it, of a Blaze Black run, but sadly I don't know what happened to the guy making it. Some say he died. I don't want to believe in that very, like, that worst case scenario. I don't want to believe in that kind of worst case scenario. It's not something it's something no one wants to do. He's a very good LPer, although he was mostly Pokemon games, even though it did say Pokemon. His name was, I'm willing to admit, his name is Pokemon Journey HD. Link probably above my bottom screen right now. If you like my shit, go to this guy. Watch all of his old stuff. Watch his Blaze Black Nuzlocke run. It's a very good LP. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he died. Maybe he's on some very long break and didn't tell anyone about it. I don't know I don't know what happened. All I know is his shit is great. Go watch it. Pause the video now and go watch a video of his. Now. And if you're still watching this, then thank you, I guess. Either that or you're too lazy to click on the invitation, which you may or may not remember to do. But whatever. Forgot the repels. Yeah, that's... I don't know what I have to say anymore. How long have I been recording? 33 minutes, maybe 32, depending on how long that little spiel thing at the beginning was. But, whatever. I don't get how a bell could reflect someone, but sure. Well, yeah. I don't know if I should go down there, return to Mr. Lin, and start on the gym, or I don't know. But on this floor, the roof, there's a 1% chance that there's a legendary Pokemon here. That legendary Pokemon is of Sinnoh, Cresselia. I'm not, again, it's one of the Pokemon I'm going to try to catch in post, like bonus episodes and all that stuff. Here is not now is not what I want to do. You know what, maybe I will start on Mr. Lund. I don't see why the hell not. Well, let's do this. Also, one thing I noticed is it's actually hailing. I didn't notice this. I noticed this when I leveled up to get Hillswine to evolve into Mamoswine, but other than that, I didn't notice it. I didn't know they had hail. I thought they only had snow. Welcome to winter, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly wish it was winter right now. It may sound crazy, but other than summer vacation, I don't enjoy summer that much. It's too hot for me, and when it's 30 degrees Celsius, or 100 or so Fahrenheit, however you want to call it, it's very uncomfortable when you're trying to sleep. In winter, it's cold, and you have it's easy to... When it's cold, you can just cuddle up in a blanket and warm up that way. But when you're ass naked in bed, sweating to death, with nothing over top of you, and you're still sweating to death, what the fuck are you supposed to do? In all honesty. And, I don't know, I enjoy winter much more. Maybe it's because my birthday's in winter. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I hate... Maybe that's why it is. I've noticed that with a lot of things. And I just tried to use that, even though it has Levitate Derp. Well, we're switching into Zapdos. It's noticeable with a lot of things. I'm gonna bring up the whole... It's... A lot of people say that Gen 5 is pretty bad. I'd say it's pretty good. And the reason that some people say Gen 5 is so bad is because all those people that are saying it are really having nostalgic feel to Generation 1 or Generation 2 or whatever. Personally, my nostalgic and heart lies in Gen 4, being the first one I actually had. Kill me. But whatever which way, it's... People find to enjoy things that... Well, people find that things that they remember playing as a child, they enjoy playing much more. Hence why I hold Donkey Kong 64 so highly. My entire family spent like 6 or so months just playing and beating that game. And now I don't want to learn Roost. That's why I hold it so highly. And even going back on it, it's a damn good game. It's a little tedious if you're trying to go for collecting everything, but no matter what, it's a good game. It's one of the greats that Rare produced. And maybe I'm just saying that thinking of it so highly because I had that feel to it I played as a child. A lot of reasons why a lot of people hold Ocarina of Time so highly. And the same argument you can say why I hold Majora's Mask so highly. I never owned Ocarina of Time. A lot of people did own Ocarina of Time when they were a child. And while it is a very good game, a lot of people just depict it as one of the greatest games ever. Maybe it is. And at the same time, it's a bit overrated. And while I'm saying that, I said earlier that I hold Majora's Mask the same way that most people hold Ocarina of Time. I'm not saying Majora's Mask is underrated. I say it's got a pretty good reputation for what it's got. I don't want it to be overrated. No one wants anything to be overrated. It's... I don't know why anyone would. But whatever. It's... A lot of things like grading a video game comes down to the nostalgia factor. If someone played like a previous thing first as in their childhood or whatever, they will pretty much define their entire rating of that game based on basing it on the game previous. Like if I were to play, I don't know, Wind Waker. Yeah, let's choose that game. The Zelda game I've never played, along with every other 3D Zelda. Haven't played Twilight Princess, haven't played Wind Waker, haven't played Skyward Sword. I've only played the Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask. But say I play Wind Waker, I decide to play Wind Waker. I will base, by nature, I will begin to base everything by Majora's Mask. Comparing it to that because that's the one that the experience I kind of had first was Majora's Mask. And that's a lot, things with a lot of things. And probably why people call classics some of the better games. Maybe they were better produced. I don't play that many classic games. Maybe that's why people hold the likes of Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, the original Red and Blue, and a lot of other games. I can't remember the top of my head. That's maybe why they think of those games so highly, because they were, I don't know, because they played as a kid and enjoyed those memories, and those memories and times playing it affect how they enjoy the game. It's, I don't know if that's part of human nature or whatever, but I've noticed that. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the 2D Mario games. I don't know why I don't enjoy them that much. Not like I'm not up for a challenge, I just don't really enjoy them. Kill me. Half the reason that so many people like them is that they played them as a kid and really want to relive those experiences. Maybe it's an expansive game, I don't know. I don't know any, I don't think I played any NES or SNES games with the exception of Donkey Kong Country, and that was at a friend's place. That's as far back as I can remember. Everything that was pretty much getting an N64 from a friend of my family, along with it, DK64 and Majora's Mask. Which, by the way, as like a kid and all that, we had like 2 files that were completely 100%, and we deleted one of them, and the one that we got after, we didn't get anywhere. We could barely figure out what to do, and I think my phone has gone off. And no, it's just Speedport. I really should unsub from their services, or like their email services. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know what that means to you. I don't know if it means to you guys that... I'm not saying the games are bad. I'm not saying any game is bad unless it's very broken or whatever. I don't know. Anything like games that have been known to be considerably bad are Kinect games and, well, the 2 games that everyone knows are known to be unbelievably broken, Superman 64 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Well, those are pretty much just for the game being broken and unfinished. I bring it up the second time, the reason Sonic 06 was so bad and messed up and broken was because Sonic fans wanted it to be released for Sonic's 15th anniversary, but Sega wanted to release it for 16th so they could have everything polished. And because of everyone wanting it to be 15th, Sega had the release date brought forward a little bit more, and released it in 2006, why we call it Sonic 06. So that's my thought on it. I've been recording for maybe 45 minutes, I don't care. Switch Zapdos in. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Like, if I stop talking for like 5 to 10 seconds, I completely lose the train of thought. It's not something I'm proud to admit. And jump up on the Pokemon I probably should have kept Meow Swine out for. Oh well. I don't know. Let's pull something out of my ass and find something to talk about. I already got over everything I have on the list. I've already gone out how nostalgia basically blinds a lot of people into thinking some games are bad, or most of them are pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I would want to rant on about. I basically planned this episode to be full of ranting. I honestly made almost... Well, I did plan it, so I don't pay much attention to what I'm playing right now. And even after that, some people are going to think I'm ranting about all of this in post-commentary. I don't do post-commentary. In fact, I've only had to, like... I don't have some problems that other LPers do have. Sometimes, I don't have my mic sometimes fail out on me. I don't have... Well, I did have that one time in... I don't know what episode of... I don't remember what episode of VoltWhite it was, but my mic had decided I don't want to pick up that much and be really quiet. And I had to amplify it by throwing it into Adobe Audacity. I think it was called Audacity. Audition, that's what it was called! Audacity is a different program. Some people use Audacity, it's cheaper. Adobe Audition just kind of came with the entire creative suite that I had. That is Photoshop and After Effects. Funny enough, when I got the Creative Suite CS5, they were really close to updating it to CS6, and I actually got the CS6 update completely free, which is amazing. It would probably cost me about $200 extra for the entire thing, but I got it for free, and I'm happy about that. Yeah. So, I don't know how many gym leaders. Yeah, I know the 3 gym leaders left: Skyla, Bryce, and Iris. I know what I'm knowing. I mean, how many trainers there are before Skyla, the flying type gym leader, but I'm gonna end the episode off there, and I'm gonna have to come up with something to talk about. I'll bring this up again. If you have an opinion on it, on like what I should do with the capture card, if it's worth it, please, 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 tell me. I need someone else's thought on it. I've said on Twitter many times, and truly, Twitter, it is not the best, even though it is a social networking thing, it's not the best for communication sometimes. Other times it might. Other times it's not. Oh well. And at the same time, I don't know if I should, like... I don't know. If I should maybe tweet and ask for retweets so my stuff can get out there, or I tweet at other people. Like... just normal tweeting, not like asking to watch my stuff, because that, I would find that pretty annoying. But, I don't know, whatever. I don't know why I keep saying whatever, it's just probably what I use to when I say I don't know what I'm doing. And there's something happening in the top of my screen that I don't enjoy. Okay, it's gone. It's the stupid thing I have my dad has on my computer's like MacKeeper or whatever. It's pretty much it's basically more computer protection, even though Macs have built-in virus protection or whatever the shits. And it actually, the gear on it was turning, and I was like, oh shit, you better not pop up in the middle of my screen. No, you don't do that, no. Ugh. I have not eaten. I've been awake for an hour, have not eaten, and I've been recording for roughly an hour. That's how much I am dedicated to staying on a script, not script, why I say script, schedule of uploading every Tuesday and Friday. I'm pretty damn good at keeping it, although you could be saying, like, it's not that hard. Some points, I don't wake up until, like, 2 to 3 in the afternoons. Once I woke up at 4. I don't have... It's not the best timing. Sometimes, case in point, episode, I want to say 17, timing is everything. One of them, that if I record it wrong time, everyone comes home and it comes up in the recording. I don't like that. And no one wants that. Some people could say they could record 2 times and then that'd be the end of it. I record probably record the day before it's actually supposed to go up, so I can have everything edited and all that shit in a day, and then upload it for all 4 of you, or 4 or 5 of you's viewing pleasure. And I do appreciate all 4 or 5 of you viewing. The 4 or 5 of you isn't... I'm not trying to be mean here, but it's not worth it paying $240, $230, $250 plus, which would be taxed for for a capture card. Or I just somehow stick to emulators the entire time, which, in all honesty, my computer is not the best and doesn't run emulators that well. But it's what's been working. Donkey Kong Country 2 worked decently well. Super Mario 64 was actually pretty good. It wasn't very laggy. This is a bit more laggy. And when I did the Metroid Prime 2 Road to Sky Temple miniseries way back when, that actually did run pretty well, with the exception of Tropus Bog, where everything was a bit more laggy due to water and whatever. But, I don't know. Maybe that was because I was running an actual full screen in, like, 1080 and not how I did, Mario 64 and, 720. There were a few episodes where I ran everything in, 720, well, 1080 and Mario 64, but that's because I forgot to switch it. Splat. But I don't know. And apparently this is the end of the episode, because Skyla is sitting right here. Next time on Pokemon VoltWhite version, we will take on Skyla and the Flying type gym. After I run back to BC and heal on Pokemon, whatever. But again, thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to, maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna do this once. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, please, maybe share to some other people that also like LPers, that like LPing, not like LPers, whatever. And yeah, I don't do this often. I don't ask for reviews or comments or anything often. I used to. I didn't. I don't know why I'm doing it now. Maybe because I'm bored. Yeah, boredom does a lot of shit to me. I'll go on a tyrant about that maybe later, but yeah. Again, thank you very much for watching. I'm Jake Jacob, and peace.